Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Henry. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm a senior at Creighton University, and I am here this morning outside the United States Capitol building because the planet is on fire. In the last 200 years, we have burned up 200 million years worth of fossil fuels. All this burning for factories, for transportation, for heating and cooling allows us to consume more than any humans ever before, especially here in the US. All this burning, all our burning, has warmed the planet by over 1 degree Celsius already, and scientists predict that if we raise the temperature just another half a degree, catastrophic damage beyond what we already see in wildfires, floods, and droughts, and hurricanes will ensue. It's simple, really. To stay under this 1.5 degree limit, we have to do 3 things. Peak greenhouse gas emissions by 2025, cut them in half by 2030, and be net zero by the time that most of us are 50. These numbers and goals will define our lives. It is our generation that will be the most affected by climate change. But lucky for us, we're also the generation with the most power to speak and influence change about this crisis. If you remember nothing else today in your legislative visits, remember that you are the climate influencers. Can I hear that? You are the climate influencers.
You are the climate influencers.
We must hold our federal legislators accountable to their own climate goals, and we're asking for important things today. A recommitment to environmental justice in the wake of passing the largest climate investment in this country's history this spring in the Inflation Reduction Act. But we are not done. That's why we're here this morning. We bring a particularly special perspective to the halls of Congress today, and that's our Jesuit identity. We can't forget it. As students, faculty, staff, and friends of Jesuit institutions and organizations, we uphold St. Ignatius's principles of cura personalis and ad majorem Dei gloriam, because we must care for each individual person for the greater glory of deeper love in the world. That's what we're talking about this weekend. I lived and worked here, amen, amen. I lived and worked here for 6 months last year. And amid all of the climate work, the legislative meetings, the emails and the briefings and the news articles, they all reminded me of one thing, and that's the same reason that we're here today. We are the bosses here. What happens in the next 1 and 2 and 3 years matters more for our health and life than anyone else in the entire world. This is why we're in the climate fight. Not because the statistics demand more regulation, though they do. Not even because the church teaches about climate, though she does. Not because the climate policy and clean energy transition will save our nation trillions of dollars and create millions of good-paying jobs, though it will. We're in this fight because our sisters and brothers are dying and they need us, and we need them. We don't get a second chance to save the planet. And we have to act quickly to liberate ourselves from our gross dependence on fossil fuels and addiction to consumption. And as young people, we have a particular responsibility to give voice to the voiceless on this issue. Each in our own ways, we come to these meetings from a place of privilege. I challenge you all to own your Jesuit identity today, carrying forth the banner of ecological justice as a connecting point for our nation and our world to achieve true justice, which is love, right relationship with God, ourselves, others, and the rest of creation. Challenge your legislators today to think more deeply about the world and its issues. We advocate for policies, certainly, but we cannot forget the people. Each of the staffers and members of Congress we meet today should feel the same love that we have felt all weekend, the love that instills hope deep in our hearts, simultaneously drawing us all closer to each other and pushing us out to the margins of society to encounter and be in solidarity with everyone. Achieving climate justice is imperative for a safe and thriving future in the United States and around the world. Remember that we are the ones with power today. We are voices for the voiceless, that we are members of the Ignatian family advocating for a cleaner world, a more just world, a better world for everybody. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for joining in this fight. We can, and we must, and we will win. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Henry. Let's give him a big round of applause.